I started out as a litigation lawyer in the City of London, and I did that for about 7 years, and then I decided to have a change. Went travelling for a year with my wife-to-be, and at that point I joined the Water Industry Commission for Scotland, which is the Scottish water regulator, up until about just over 2 and a bit years ago when I joined Ofwat. I am Senior Director of Customers and Casework at Ofwat. I sit on the senior leadership team, and I'm also a member of the board as well. So casework is one of our key programs within Ofwat. It covers all of the enforcement functions that we have. Companies operate under license, and therefore making sure that they deliver on the obligations within those licenses is really key for us. Another important element as well is the fact that there is competition within the water sector, and making sure that those markets operate in the best way possible is a key role for us. We're a concurrent regulator, and we therefore have powers under the Competition Act. All of this ties into making sure that customers have trust and confidence in the water sector, making sure that companies meet their obligations, and making sure that customer outcomes are the best they can be. One of the other things that I do is I'm also our risk holder for values and behaviours, so I lead on that for the senior leadership team through the organisation. Every organisation will have values. The key to those is living them day to day. We are an ambitious organisation. We want to do an awful lot for customers, and if we're going to meet those ambitions that we have for ourselves, we need to be working as a cohesive whole, and that's really what the values are there to do, to make sure that we can all work together and all deliver for customers, because if we're pulling in lots of different directions, we're not going to achieve as much as we could. So what we did was we'd had one of our normal staff surveys, and we asked questions specifically about our values, and we took a representative sample of people from across the organisation to try and come up with a new set of values that both encapsulated, as I say, the way that we want to work together. We then presented them to the organisation after some final comments, and now we've got to where we are with Sailor. The great thing about working here, from my perspective, there are two things. There are the different challenges that we're trying to meet as an organisation, as the regulator of the water sector. There are some huge challenges that the sector is facing in terms of climate change, population growth, and we're really at the forefront of thinking how best to meet those challenges. But at the same time, it's also working with great people, because you can't come up with all of the answers by yourself. You have to work with others to do that. So working with great people, bouncing ideas off each other, and really contributing to that, that greater good, that public service ethos is really what I enjoy doing here.